A senior Labor frontbencher has hit back at suggestions she broke bipartisanship by backing changes to a government bill on national security. Kristina Keneally also accused the Home Affairs Minister of having an unhinged obsession with her. Political reporter Eliza Edwards is live now. Eliza, this is a pretty extraordinary war of words.
That's right, Danica. It all started this morning when Peter Dutton seized on this report in the Australian newspaper that Kristina Keneally made a unilateral decision to back amendments to a bill strengthening police powers at airports. The government says it had a bipartisan agreement with Labor to pass the measures unamended. The Home Affairs Minister accusing Senator Keneally of being out of control and running the show on national security, suggesting Anthony Albanese needs to pull her in line.
I've never seen anything like this before, and when you speak to the Labor members, neither have they. This is unprecedented, and I think it needs to be dealt with by Anthony Albanese. And it's clear that Kristina Keneally's running the show at the moment, not Anthony Albanese, and he needs to step up and he needs to say to Kristina Keneally that she can't go out and make these brash decisions on national security matters.
Danica, there are suggestions that Senator Keneally's decision annoyed some of her colleagues, but she hit back at that when I approached her about that earlier today, and she also took a swipe at Peter Dutton's comments from this morning.
Mr. Dutton's obsession with me is bordering on the unhinged.
Did you make a unilateral decision on the police border powers?
No.
You consulted with your colleagues then on whether to support the
absolutely.
Amendment?
Absolutely, I did.
And so your colleagues are happy with that decision?
Yes.
They haven't raised any concerns?
Nope.
And Eliza, the Senate inquiry report on the Medivac laws has just been handed down.
That's right, Danica. This Senate inquiry report on repealing the Medivac laws has just been handed down, and as expected, it breaks along party lines. In part, it calls for the Medivac laws to be repealed, but there's also a large section from Labor and the Greens of a dissenting argument saying that the laws are working as intended. So the fate of this legislation rests with Jackie Lambie, as expected, the Prime Minister calling on the key crossbench senator to support repealing the medical evacuation laws.
There's this naivety that you can change the rules and they think it won't have any impact. Well, of course it will. The thing about border protection is you've got to be consistent, you've got to be clear, and you've got to hold the line. And the minute you show that you're prepared to crack it, well, that's when you start losing. And Australia can't afford to lose on border protection.
Now, Labor's been trying to convince Senator Lambie that the laws are working to improve the medical transfer of sick asylum seekers on Manus Island and Nauru, and that was the clear message from the Shadow Home Affairs Minister this morning.
I have a message to Australians, and that is that when we're sick, we go to see the doctor. And that's what Medivac provides, that sick people are able to get the health care that they need. What it also provides is that the minister retains control over who comes to this country. And Minister Dutton displayed and proved that fact this week when he used the Medivac laws to deny a person entry to Australia.
Senator Lambie says she's not in any rush to make up her mind on this and will take the next few weeks to come to a final position. Danica?